one more track, and then I'll play the video of all the right-wingers accusing each other of being cops and Antifas and whatever. Up in here. Welcome, comrade.
Sometimes I try, but I can't, and really I don't want to. Will it be this way forever? Will it be this way forever?
All right, as promised, over here I got this, it's news to share, and I have to make the disclaimer when I do play a news to share video that I don't trust Ford Fisher as far as I can fucking throw any fascist. He doesn't come out and say outright fash stuff. He doesn't outright promote fascist shit, but he sure has fucking a lot of friendly entree in fascist circles, which makes it possible for, this is why I can't help but check his shit out, because he gets fucking nuggets like this, where this is a bunch of fucking, you know, far-right fascist boogs and pieces of shit accusing each other of being Antifa and cops, and it's glorious to watch, and it's not something that if Punks for Progress is out on the street with our phone that we'd be able to film it. And I want to celebrate this infighting among them. And I know you could stand up and fight back, throw him far. But it's just well worth watching and celebrating. But I do want to make that disclaimer that there's a reason why all the Fash trust Ford Fisher over there at the News to Share. All right, so with that said, here we go.
Here's more. They're wearing masks. Come on, guys. Freedom-loving Americans, take off your masks.
If you're Americans, you'll take off your mask.
You misunderstand freedom. It's to the individual, you retard.
Ableist language
I'm
is disgusting.
pregnant. I suggest you get that off. Don't put that on me. I'll be the first one to hear somebody.
Hey, these guys aren't taking off their masks. I thought they were freedom-loving Americans.
They're really arguing over who loves America more. And yeah, and for good measure, fuck Antifa.
Why are you standing next to a Republican that you're elected?
So he's mad that he's standing next to a Republican.
That dude is a lefty. He's over there doxing faces.
Oh my gosh.
Why are you sitting there taking pictures of people's faces?
Well, never actually.
What? The people that are in masks are Republicans.
Hold on.
They're conservatives. What are you doing?
You don't see leftists argue like this on the street, man. If they do, it's because they're liberals causing the argument. You don't see leftists do this.
There we go.
Yeah, get my face. Everybody knows who I am. Everybody knows who I am. Who are you? Why are you taking pictures of Republicans' faces then?
Well, it's
Huh?
certainly just
Because what, they don't jive with your Republicanness?
people show up in camera.
Is that it? They don't jive with that? I'm not talking to you.
Are you a
I'm not talking
Republican?
to you. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I voted for Trump. Yeah, I'm sure you haven't. I'm sure you haven't. Who are you? Who are you? My dad asked.
I love
Who
this.
are you?
My name is Ted Cook,
Yeah.
C-O-O-K-E.
Yeah, never
This is
heard of
them
you.
not
Never heard of you.
moving
Legislators
forward
don't
with their
like
project.
you.
This
Never
is
heard
them
of
being
You know why?
stunted and
Because
stopped
legislators
because
don't
they
fucking
have
matter.
no project.
Yeah, it doesn't
all
matter.
purity
Your
test.
job doesn't matter,
Which is
dog.
typical
You will be replaced.
traditional fucking Nazi
You're
shit,
not a
man.
Republican. You're over there
These
doing the same
purity
shit
test
this
shit,
woman's
you
doing,
know?
that other woman on this is doing. You're doing the same shit they're doing. That's why I'm pissed off. You're in the same boat, dude. You're over there. What? Because what? What do you think those people are? What do you think those people
They
are?
specifically said when they planned the event, we don't want people wearing camo. We don't want to look like
Is that
we're
what they said?
militant.
Is that what they said? Nobody said that. Nobody said that.
You guys have been doing
Yeah,
flags for
yeah. And I've been here every single fucking week, and I haven't even seen you once, dog.
So the problem that he has is that, like, honestly, when I walked up, I thought you were Antifa, because that's exactly
Yeah.
You were
trying to
Antifa?
identify all these right wingers and stuff. These guys
The
were.
problem I have is groups like Proud Boys, the alt-right.
They're not Proud Boys.
What's wrong with Proud Boys?
Yeah,
What's wrong with
and they're not Proud Boys.
What's wrong with Proud Boys?
All right, the problem I have is you guys look like a group like that, and I don't want groups like that saying, hey, we're Republican, look at us, because they try to ride on the coattails of Trump, they try and ride on the coattails of the Republican Party, and they don't represent the values.
Can you tell me what's wrong with the Proud Boys?
Yeah. You have no substantial proof that you're a bad group.
Actually, for somebody that's been around all summer long, every single weekend, 2 nights a week during the week, and as a job, I've been around.
But it was a job.
The Proud Boys, they're freaking American men of all races. You know, they just happen to love the Constitution.
All right, we're good.
Just because the media paints a picture doesn't mean it's true.
All right, I thought you guys were false flag. You guys thought I was false flag. So misunderstanding. I apologize. All right.
Oh, in the end, they come together. But it's just so indicative of them having absolutely no fucking earthly fucking clue of what they're doing. Like, if as a leftist, we thought someone was an infiltrator or an agent provocateur or whatever, you don't just blur it out first thing because that's your first thought. First of all, like, you want to make sure. You want to have discussions with the other comrades. Are you getting a feeling about this fool over here or whatever? And like, nah, I thought you were Antifa. Like, it just shows how absolutely devoid they are of understanding of their enemy. Right? They don't know what an Antifa is. They don't know. They expect a uniform. And really, the guy thought because the person has a mask on, because he's been trained that all Antifa is bad and whatever because they wear masks and whatnot. And like, so it's all these different degrees and levels of different delusions fighting with each other. And in the end, it became clear that no, they weren't the Antifas, so they could shake hands. But again, like, we just wouldn't have discussions like this that would all be caught on camera, for one. We have a much better understanding as leftists of who our enemy is and how to spot them. And if you were fake and infiltrating, you'd be spotted like that. It's just bullshit. Like, so, but when you have a mass of people who have been taught to fear and hate, who have no organizational principles, these are the people who become easily frustrated and are quick to do violent fucking terrorist shit. Like, when 2 times or spending a month in the streets with your friends trying to do whatever it is these idiots are trying to do doesn't pan out in your ultimate goal, you get exacerbated and frustrated and go become an atom off cell or something, or the equivalent thereof, right?
The one guy is like, Proud Boys bad, and the guy's like, no, not bad, and then they're like, okay, it was a misunderstanding.
Right. They could come together on liking the Proud Boys. You know, an obvious fucking hate group with, you know, their stated
That
goal
loves
is
to beat up trans women in general, just women.
That's right. And, you know, Western chauvinism, let's be clear, that is a roundabout extra steps way of saying I uphold the history of systemic racism. So it's white supremacists at its root. Doesn't matter if they happen to have people who happen to be black or brown in their ranks. To uphold and proudly state your support for Western chauvinism is a support of white supremacy. So even though these guys thought each other was the Antifas, you know, the Spider-Man meme pointing at himself, you know, you're Antifa, no, you're Antifa. They could come together on, oh, okay, yeah, we like these white supremacist thugs called the Proud Boys, so okay, we're cool. Which would make it incredibly easy to sort of infiltrate them. You just have to be like, dude, I like the Proud Boys. You know, they're like, oh,
in the beginning, the liberals were doing this stuff. Say 5 years ago, 4 years ago, Laguna Beach, they did this. They were like, we don't want any Antifas showing up. We don't want any trouble. And, you know.
No, exactly.
And Antifa showed up.
Well, and it would be people who, you know, maybe it's a liberal who's been to the Women's March and the March for Science, and they think they're really experienced.
It was the mayor of Laguna Beach.
You know, and, well, I mean, I can just give you an example of, you know, I didn't catch this part on video, but there's video of me calling out a boogaloo here in Reno. And right after I stopped filming, and, you know, there's a couple other people who were blocked up, black bloc, that assisted, and this person was not allowed to be a part of the march. He had to kind of stand on the periphery. And I added some insult to injury and insulted the way they looked. Or, you know, what I said was something, I just went, by the way, your fucking camouflage doesn't work. Everybody can see your dumbass, something to that effect. And this liberal comes out, whoa, you're inciting violence, and that's not what this is about, and we're not here for that. And I'm like, dude's a white supremacist fucking terrorist who's here heavily armed, and you're telling me not to make fun of him.
Who wants to kill you as well as
right,
me.
Who wants to kill you? You know, straight up, Chan. And like, and, you know, and then one of the things that I remember that this person said is, well, you know, who are you to tell me I don't understand what's going on here? I'm gay, you know, I have every right to be here, kind of thing. And I'm like, that's, you know, this has nothing to do with whether you're gay or not gay. Like, what I asked the person was, you know, have you ever been, you know, helped organize a anti-racist action or organized against fascism or organized a march? No. Okay, then I'm telling you that person is a white supremacist that's carrying a fucking, you know, a semi-automatic fucking weapon on him, you know? So maybe not yell at me. And then moments later, a person comes up who, I wasn't sure I got the impression they were leftist, but they were armed too. And this same liberal went right up to them. It's like, we don't believe in guns. And like, first of all, don't say what we believe in. You're speaking for all these other people here, which you're not allowed, you know, you're not in a position to speak for me and how I feel about guns. And so like, and this person felt really on the spot. So I just reached in and I said, hey, are you SRA? No. I said, okay, well, are you John Brown Gun Club? He's like, no. And he's like, but I'm here. I'm with you guys. I'm like, no. I said, I got that impression that you were here as a defense. This was at a BLM march in Reno, by the way. So this is all in defense of Black lives. And so I'm like, first of all, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And I was able to say to that liberal at that point, I'm like, look, because you don't know what you're doing, you just insulted this person who's literally here to save your life from that white supremacist you were just defending a minute ago. And I've told that story
like,
more
see a
than
threat.
once because it's so rare to have that. And again, you're right, Shan. And it is a liberal thing. Anyone that spent any time in the street, a real leftist, and let's be clear, part of being a leftist is organizing. Are you organizing? Not sure you're a leftist if you're not in some way, you know. And that's all relevant to your resources and the size of your community, and your ability, and organizing can mean different things too, right? But that's the difference between going to a couple marches and having some experience in the street, right? But still, accusing each other of being the evil enemy and all that stuff, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, actions are different. There's different kinds of actions. It's not just rallies and marches, you know. Actions can be organizing against fascists marching freely in your community.
Right.
And a lot of people don't get that. It's like just pray the love away. Well, yeah, if only. Pray the love away. I said it backwards. Sorry. I told you.
Love
I
the
got a
pray
headache
away?
today.
I mean,
Love the pray away. There you go.
action just kind of says what it is. It's action. So people should take action.
I want some action.
No matter like what it is, like whether it's fucking sending moles in the fucking groups or like hacking some chud's fucking website. Give me a sec.
Word. But, and all of these actions that Hunter's describing require discourse with your comrades. You're going to do, you know, you're going to talk about the tactic ahead of time, reach consensus on how to go about implementing the tactic, and you're going to debrief with each other afterwards. You know, this is all, and when you do that a lot, and you having those type of dialogues with your comrades and putting your theories in practice in the street, which is very hard to do. This is COVID, by the way. Not many people are organizing actions in the street right now, but like,
it doesn't have to be in the streets.
That's true, Hunter. That's true.
It can be anywhere as long as you're putting a foot forward into making sure like their talking points and what they're about is not heard by the public.
Absolutely.
Making it inaccessible, basically.
Or covering up their graffiti. There's many, many things
Yeah.
that go into Antifa, 'cause that's how you say it, right?
Right.
We joke when we say Antifa or Antifa because, yeah. Everybody is anti-fascist that's standing up against fascism. So that's the thing. I spoke on the Laguna Beach thing. It's like everybody that showed up was anti-fascist. And a literal Nazi with a swastika tattoo showed up. Like, it's like we knew what we were talking about and they didn't want to listen. But it turned out that the anti-fascists showed up largely.
This was in like late 2016, 27, early 2017, something like that. You're talking about, Chan?
I think it was in 2016.
When
they had been meeting every Sunday in Laguna Beach. Fascists have been meeting every Sunday and organizing. And it had been brought to a few people's attention, and then it got out. Yeah. I think there was maybe 20 of them that showed up, and hundreds of us. I don't even know.
Right.
But it was after Huntington Beach, and there was in Anaheim, and we know what happened in Huntington Beach and Anaheim. Anti-fascists got hurt and jailed.
Well, and that's, I would say, much of the fash that was on the Laguna Beach thing were but it's Orange County, and primarily there's a huge faction of them in Huntington Beach, right? Like, but most, like what you see in the Beverly Hills stuff, whatever you see going on in these various Orange County actions, seems to me it's that same crowd, which there seems to be a lot from HB, but right?
Rise Above, you know, has been dismantled, but those people are still around.
Right. The periphery hanger-rounders and whatnot.
Right.